I'm standing here in Corona, Queens, right on the block where Louis Armstrong, one of the greatest musicians of all time, lived for nearly 30 years. Most people know his songs What a Wonderful World, Hello Dolly, but few realize that Louis and his wife Lucille call this quiet working class neighborhood home. This isn't a flashy place. It's humble, full of heart, and in my opinion, one of Queens' most overlooked gems. And today, I'm going to show you why through the story of the Armstrongs, the neighborhood they loved, and what homes here cost today. By the end, you'll see why Corona, tucked between Elmhurst, Jackson Heights, and Flushing, might just be one of the best long-term values in Queens real estate. In 1943, while Louis was touring, his wife Lucille, who grew up partly here in Corona, decided it was time to settle down. She found this two-family clapboard house built in 1910 and bought it for $8,000, about $145,000 in today's dollars. She even moved her mother in upstairs and made the payments herself before telling Louis months later. When he came home, she handed him the keys. He laughed and called himself a salaryman. This became the only house he ever owned. A few years later, Lucille upgraded the exterior from wood to brick, and Louis, wanting to blend in, offered to pay his neighbor's brick facades so the street would look uniform. Some say yes, and that's why you still see scattered brick homes along 107th Street today. He could have lived anywhere in the world, but he chose Corona, calling it that good old country life.
From the outside, the house looks like any other on the block, and that was the point. But inside, Lucille made it shine. A mirror-lined marble bathroom, a space-age blue kitchen inspired by the 1964 World's Fair, and Louis' personal den filled with tapes, letters, and his typewriter. It's still perfectly preserved today, run by Queens College as the Louis Armstrong House Museum, welcoming visitors from all over the world right here in Corona. Back then, Corona was one of New York's first integrated neighborhoods, home to African American and Italian families, and later Latin American immigrants. It's always been diverse, modest, and deeply community-oriented. What's incredible is that even today, Corona remains one of the most affordable pockets in central Queens. You are minutes from LaGuardia Airport, the 7th train, and Flushing Meadows Corona Park. But prices here are still lower than its neighbors. That's what makes Corona a hidden gem, a place with space, character, and community that's still attainable in New York City.
If you're wondering what homes here cost today, let me show you two real examples, both within walking distance of the Armstrong house. First up, about 5 minutes walk from there, there's a 10813 37th Avenue two-family home listed at $1.45 million. It's a well-maintained home right behind me, a property on an R6B zone lot, 24 by 132 feet with a building of a 20 by 41. Each floor has 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a living room area and a kitchen, full finished basement, and the 2-car garage. 2-car driveway, not 2-car garage. And it's very close to the subway stations. In my opinion, 1.45 million is a little too high. Recent sales nearby have been closing closer to 1.15 to 1.25 million, depending on renovations. So while this one's reaching for top dollar, it shows how buyers are rediscovering Corona's potential. Just a few blocks in the other direction, another 5-minute walk from the Armstrong house, There's this 3713 104th Street house asking for $1.39999, basically $1.4 million. It's been on the market about 71 days as of this recording. This one's also a two-family home with 6 bedrooms, 3 full baths, 2 kitchens, and a beautiful backyard. It's marketed as perfect for families or owner-occupants looking to rent one unit and live in the other. Quiet block, close to school and transportation. But again, it's probably priced above the market. Listings like this show that sellers see growing demand, but buyers still know their numbers.
Let's put all this in perspective. Back in 1943, the Armstrongs bought their home right here in Corona for $8,000, about $145,000 in today's dollars. That same style of two-family house now sells for around $1.2 million. And just down the street, you got 2 current examples proving the point. 108 1337 Avenue listed at $1.45 million. 3713 104th Street asking for $1.4 million, sitting on the market for over 70 days. Both are classic Corona 2 families, nearly identical in age and layout to the Armstrongs' house. Proof of how far values here have come. From $8,000 to over $1 million. That's roughly a 700% real gain above inflation, simply by buying, holding, and living a great neighborhood.
Louis Armstrong may have been the king of jazz, but here in Corona, he was just another neighbor, waving from his porch, chatting with friends, and living the life he loved. And that's the beauty of Corona, Queens. It's real, it's rooted, it's still a place where people put down roots and where homes quietly appreciate as the years go by. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in Queens, especially in hidden gem neighborhoods like Corona, I'd love to show you what's happening on the ground here. I'm Claudia Louis, your Queens real estate guide, realtor here in Queens, helping people make smart moves in the communities that make New York, Queens feel like home. Hit subscribe for Queens real estate stories and market insights.